I'd rather go through the pain of having a baby than having a tooth out. He said, well, make up your mind, I'll adjust the chair in the right position. And I remember when I went to a dentist and he checked me over a few years ago. He said, right, he said, I've got a bit of bad news for you. He said, I'm afraid you're going to have the wisdom tooth out. And I said, oh, that's going to be painful. And he said, I'm afraid it is. And I said, well, you're going to numb me, aren't you? And he said, well, I can't. I said, I'm afraid. He said, all the needles, we've had a break-in and all the kids have nicked all the needles for the drugs. He said, I've got nothing to inject you with. I said, well, you give me gas, won't you? And he said, gas, he said, with the price of gas these days, he said, it's all I can afford to heat the surgery. And I said, well, what you going to do? He's going to kill me. He said, well, I'll tell you what, have these 4 tablets. And I said, what are they? And he said, they're Viagra. And I said, well, will that kill the pain? He said, well, no, but it'll give you something to hold on to while I'm drilling. Because all those years ago, when I got married, we had a society wedding, we did, you know. We got married at the co-op. I said to the vicar, do you believe in sex before marriage? He said, well, as long as you're not late for the service, that'll be all right. And when we got married, we were both very innocent, you know, and we got upstairs, we were getting undressed, and she said, I'll tell you something now. She said, I must own up. She said, I've never been with a man before. And I said, well, that's where we differ. We were up till 3 o'clock in the morning waiting for our sexual relations to arrive. Very naive we were, very, very naive. And my mate Kevin, he's always taking the mick out of me. Because we've had these new swags and tails, these very posh, expensive curtains from the bloke down the road, really posh, with lovely pink blinds, you know, beautiful. Our lounge is absolutely great, and really posh it is, you know. And we were down the pub, and Kevin said to me, he's always taking the mick, he said, we saw you the other night. He said, we come past your house last Tuesday night. He says, and we seen you and your missus having it off on the settee in your front room through them blinds. I said, well, actually, Kevin, the joke's on you, mate, because I wasn't even in last Tuesday night. And we went to a party, and there was this flash Harry bloke, you know, like Ron Atkinson used to dress with the chains all around his neck and you know, earrings and all posh stuff with a big jacket, you know. And my missus said to me, she said, you see him over there, this cocktail party? She said, see him over there? I said, yeah. She said, he's been with every woman in our row but one. And I said, who's the one, love? She said, I think it's the lady on the corner. I said, look, love, I'm 8 years older than my missus. I said, look, love, I'd hate it. I don't mind if when I die, if you get married again, that's not a problem to me. I'm quite happy about that. But I would hate to think your next husband would be wearing my clothes. And she says, you don't need to worry about that. They don't fit in.